Senator Merkley.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. And I appreciate that your leadership and Senator Kerry's leadership in deliberations that have led us to this point to have a bill ready to debate and consider in detail in public. Certainly these many months, intensive efforts both last year and this year have prepared to this point, but there is a moment when you need to lay out a bill before the public and have the full conversation, and I appreciate that you all have taken us forward to that point today. Many say that this bill is very complicated, and indeed energy touches virtually every aspect of our economy, but this bill can be reduced to a series of fairly clear choices. It is a choice between clean air or dirty air. It is a choice between investing $1 billion a day in red, white, and blue American-made energy or sending that $1 billion a day overseas to countries like Venezuela and Saudi Arabia and other countries that don't always share our national interests. This bill is a choice of creating jobs for Americans or sending those jobs overseas. It is a choice between a strong, secure, energy-independent America or a weaker, oil-addicted America. It is a choice between planetary stewardship that serves our ecosystems and human civilization well, or a rise in the Earth's temperature that is devastating for ecosystems and for human civilization. This bill represents a choice between a forward-looking American leadership that repositions our energy economy to make America an economic powerhouse in the future, or backward-looking American policies that protect and sustain an inefficient energy status quo that will undermine our success in the coming generation. Here in this building, we often wrestle with short-term choices versus long-term vision. But our children get this. Every university I have been to, when I asked the students what their top concern is, they always weigh in that we need to act on climate change. They get it because they've seen the science. We simply have to look to the Arctic ice, the Antarctic ice, the amount of carbon dioxide and acidification of the ocean, our glaciers, our permafrost, the rate of carbon dioxide buildup in the environment. Each one of these clear, significant factors can only be missed if you shut your eyes or put your head in a hole in the ground. Now, some say that this bill moves too fast. The aim is 20% reduction below 2005 carbon dioxide levels by 2020. We are already closing in on 9% below 2005 levels. That means this bill is saying, let's move 11% more over the next 11 years. That's just 1% per year. That is not an overly aggressive goal for us to undertake as a nation. In fact, you could argue that this bill is not moving fast enough. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change said that to limit the probability of reaching a temperature increase over 2%, developing countries should reduce their CO2 by 2020 by 25% below the 1990 level. Well, to compare apples to apples, this bill will put us at 7% below 1990 by 2020, not 25 to 40%. We are taking and setting up a framework that moves us forward on a vision of reducing carbon dioxide, but few could argue that this bill is overly aggressive. We need to understand today what our children already understand, that this is a debate about the security of our nation, about how clean our air is, about whether we create American jobs, about whether we have a strong economy in the future, and about whether we are good stewards of our planet for the benefit of our ecosystems and human civilization. I hope we in this committee can make the right decision. Thank you, Madam Chair.